Hi, it's Carrie here with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my kitchen. Today, we're gonna make a fun twist on chili. It's taco chili. So you get all the flavors of chili, but in a Tex-Mex flair. And the best part, we're making it in the crock pot. Hey guys, if you're hopping on here, let me know where you're from, what's for dinner tonight. This is Crockpot taco chili. I'm going to show you how easy it is to make. If you want the recipe, you can always go to eatingonadime.com and search for taco chili. Our new search feature on the new website, eatingonadime.com, is so great and so easy. You can find today's recipe. I'm making taco chili in the crock pot. Okay, so what that means, taco chili is simply a fun twist of chili with a little Tex-Mex flair. So it's taco chili. It's like taco soup and chili, got married, had a baby, and this is what you get. It's delicious, guys, and it's so simple, and your crock pot does all the work. You can throw this in your crock pot in minutes. It's perfect for Saturday or Sunday football. So good, guys. Okay, so let me tell you what we're doing. I am using my digital crock pot. It's a 5-in-1 slow cooker. It's from Ninja. It's called it's from the Instant Pot. It's called the Instant Pot Aurora. And what it does is it slow cooks, it bakes. But my favorite feature is the fact that I can brown my meat in the pot. So I browned my ground beef first before we hopped on this video, and I drained the grease off, and now I'm ready to add everything else. So that means I have very little to clean. So that's why I like this. Now this recipe can be made in a traditional crock pot. That's not a problem as well, but I just wanted to tell you why I love. So if you're looking for a new crock pot, I recommend this one because of just the extra features. You're gonna spend a little bit more money, but it's gonna save you a lot of time in the long run, and you're gonna love how nice it is. You're gonna also love how easy it is to clean. It's a non-stick insert, so that way you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so let's get cooking. Okay, step one, I'm pulling up the recipe really quick because I forgot to have it out. Okay, so we have the brown beef, the beef browned and drained. Then I'm going to throw in some onions. I can get this out of the way. I already diced those up beforehand. You do not have to brown the onions, but you can right now if you want to, if you have a little bit of extra time. So the hardest part about today's recipe is opening up some cans. So if you can open up canned goods, then you're good to go. I'm grabbing a strainer because sometimes I like to drain my beans and rinse them, especially black beans, because they will make your whole soup black if you don't do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain them and rinse them off while we're chatting. So I have black beans I'm putting in that strainer, and then you can do kidney beans or red beans. I'm doing red beans today because that's what my store sent me. They're very similar. So I dumped them in the strainer, and now I'm just rinsing them off. So when you rinse your beans, what you're doing is you're eliminating some of the extra sodium, and then of course with the black beans you're going to get rid of the color, so that way your whole soup isn't black. You do not have to do that. You can just dump it right in, because also the great thing about the extra starches in your canned beans is that you also it helps thicken your chili. So you could do 1 can you rinse and 1 can you don't. That's completely optional, up to you. If you're wanting today's recipe, I have a link in the video, or you can say, hey, can I get the recipe, and we will send it to you as well. You can always go to eatingonadime.com for the full recipe. Okay, so we have our 2 kinds of beans. We're gonna throw in 2 cans of crushed tomatoes, or I just bought the giant can, which is the equivalent to the 2 cans, like ounces wise. And that's basically your chili. We can have that nice thick. I'm doing crushed tomatoes instead of like tomato sauce, because I want it to be nice and thicker. If you're going to do like more of a soup, you would want to do a tomato sauce. And then we're going to do corn. The original recipe calls for about a cup of corn. This is, normally I do frozen corn, but I already have this in my pantry. So it's gonna be about a half a can. So what I like to do is I'm just gonna use about half of it in this recipe, throw the other half in the freezer and label it. So that way I know this is perfect for another taco soup night. You could just throw the whole can in there too if you wanted to. We're gonna do some salsa. Any kind of red salsa you got, honestly. You could do a salsa verde as well. If you don't have any salsa on hand, you could also throw in a can of Rotel. That works great. So Rotel and salsa in my recipes tend to be pretty interchangeable. They do the same thing. If they have extra flavors in that salsa, so we're gonna bump up the flavor with very little effort because we're just dumping in some salsa. Rotel will do the same thing for you. Just gives that little bit of that Tex-Mex flair that we're looking for. Okay, we're gonna need some taco seasoning. I'm gonna do my homemade taco seasoning. I'll have a link for that as well in the description, but you can also go to eatingonadime.com and get our homemade recipe. The reason I suggest you make your own, it's way cheaper, it's super fun, and you have complete control over what you're putting in your recipe. So you can decrease the salt, you can do pink Himalayan salt, you can bump up the spice. You're just, once you make your own homemade taco seasoning, you see how easy it is, you're gonna do it all the time, which apparently I need to make some more of because I'm running low. Then we just need salt and pepper, guys. We're almost done with this recipe. That is how simple it is. Let me go grab the minced garlic from the fridge. I forgot to pull that out. Apparently it wasn't put back when it was supposed to. So I'm gonna add the minced garlic later. Go figure. Okay, and the last thing we're gonna do is add 2 cups of water. If you want to, you could do beef broth or chicken broth. I would do beef, but this already has a lot of flavor. And one of my tips is I like to take the water, pour it into your can, swish it around and dump it in just to get the extra tomato sauce out of that can. Mix this up and then you leave. Isn't that so easy, right? Dinner does not have to be difficult to be delicious. So taco chili, look at that. Look at all the pretty flavors. A couple things you could do is you could also throw in bell peppers. You could throw in zucchini shredded and nobody will know there's zucchini in there. Look how beautiful that is. Okay guys, I'm gonna put the lid on this. I'm going to slow cook this on low or high. You can pick, since it's later in the day here, I'm gonna go ahead and crank it to high. It's gonna take about 3 to 4 hours on high or 6 to 8, mainly to get those onions soft, get all the flavors combined. Dinner's done. Serve it with tortilla chips, serve it with sour cream, serve it with avocados. Let me know below what you would put on your taco chili. So just think chili, but even more fun because it has a taco flair, right? Thanks so much for joining me. Taco chili doesn't have to be hard. Dinner doesn't have to be difficult. Remember, you can grab the link in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that way you don't miss any more of our family-friendly, delicious recipes that will not break the bank. If you love easy recipes, you might like my easy cookbook bundle. I do have a Crockpot cookbook bundled with the dessert cookbook for 75% off. I have the link for that as well in the description. Thanks so much, friends. I'll see you next time.